number one before we go on to number two?
That was number two.
That was number two?
Okay, number three. See, this is what I mean, that he's not even listening.
I am listening, but
No.
I've never heard the number. Or maybe I didn't hear the number.
He's not even listening.
I'm not listening.
Where were you?
I was here.
What was number one?
Number one is spending time.
No, it's not.
Remind me what's number one. You see, and this is a good example. This is a very good example. I know what number one is, but you see how times that miscommunication can happen depending on how you're interacting in the particular situation, especially now as we go back to time. I know that number one was dealing with about putting your woman first. Number two was
What's
about
number one?
Number one is about making sure that your woman is first.
No. What is number? Yeah, but what was the number one? What was it?
That was the synopsis of number one. Make
What
sure you put your woman
was
first.
number one?
I gave it to you. I gave it to you in the synopsis form.
See, people, we still struggle with Gregory listening. Number one is mama boy. Mama, we do not want a mama's boy. Number two was what, Greg?
I'm not getting in trouble again. Come on.
Spending quality time.
Spending quality time.
Okay, number three, ladies. See, this is what I have to deal with, because this is not even funny.
You gotta have fun.
This is what you wasn't even having. You definitely did not remember any of those. You didn't remember it.
Just because I processed it. See,
no, wait a minute.
Before we get to number three,
and that was the whole point.
Before we get to number three, no. But whoa.
No, I'm not even listening to you right now.
Pause. Before we get to number three, you see, don't allow yourself to get caught up in your emotions. When I did hear what you had to say, or men, we do hear it, but we may process it in a different form. We will regurgitate it back to you in a different form, and it's still the same theme.
There is a part.
The same theme.
Let me just say this to you.
I didn't change the theme. Just because I said put your woman first, the same thing as a mama boy. A mama boy is not going to put his woman first. I said put your woman first. That was a problem.
Let me tell you this. Let me say this to you.
Yeah, break it down.
There is a therapy intervention that when couples are doing this work to get back into their marriage and to get back to line, they have to mirror what the other person says. So in this exercise right now, if Greg was to mirror what Cheryl just said, he would have failed, because he put his own words in there, and he didn't mirror, because you're not saying what I'm saying. That means that the person feels like you're not hearing them.
Just wait a minute. So if I don't say exact same words that you're saying, that means I'm not hearing you.
That is my whole issue.
I'm trying to understand that. If you're saying that I don't put it in the exact word, verbiage, not staying within the theme or changing the theme, if I don't stay within the exact verbiage of what it is that you're saying, that means I didn't hear you?
Because sometimes the message gets missed in miscommunication when we put our own words in it, because you're not getting the fact of what the other person is saying about that subject. The whole point of the subject is that we feel like the whole mama boy situation is that there is a subject where people feel like the mama boys, it's not about just being put first. You forgot about the mama boy portion of that. When a mama comes in, and then you feel that it was a whole area that we talked about there, that you just subtracted it.
I didn't subtract.
Okay, I'm going to go on to number three. Be thankful. Daily voice your gratitude. For the little things that we do, we would like for you to, and this was also on the men's one as well. If your wife makes your breakfast or your energy drink, and just appreciate the small things before she runs out the day. Don't fail to notice the small things about her, if she takes her time and, looks beautiful for you and looks beautiful for everybody, take that time to say that. And each day you should tell her, I love you. You should take the time to say, I love you to her. We need to hear you say, I love you. And that's going to go into the second one, but the fourth one. The things you could do is the small things around the house is that you can take some of the slack in the house.
Is this number 3 or number 4?
And women, you could do you know what? This is going.
That's a question. Because you just read something. And before, see what I'm saying? And this is what I sometimes say. And this goes across.
No, you don't listen. Because I said number 3. I said I'm going on to number 3. And then you're going to say, what is number 3? Is this number 3 and it's number 4? I'm saying the things. I'm saying the things that should be done and the things that can be put in. I'm a woosah right now.
Woosah.
Okay. Be grateful, and thankful each and every day for your spouse.
Each and every day.
Each and every day.
Every day.
So women take pleasure in making sure, they build a wonderful home. So a wife can respect that accordingly, just saying thank you. And then sometimes take the slack up and do it. Like Gregory sometimes will do that in the bedroom. He will sometimes sweep, and he will sometimes do the laundry, which is great. Go ahead. What would you like to say about number 3?
Gratitude.
Great. Number 4.